Alvin right here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 on Ravenport. And since last episode, fast forwarded time here, and wow, do we have all kinds of stuff we can do here again. So 12 and 13 working on fertilizing and spraying. That got some weeds on it, and oh, you quit, didn't you? Okay, let's just happened to catch that at the right time there. Let's stop you a minute and fill the sprayer back up. Speaking of sprayer, I wasn't gonna deal with it here, but you probably noticed I got a sprayer sitting in front of the tanks there. It will not fill for some reason. I don't know what's up with that, so hopefully this one will fill. And also, cornfield's ready to chop. We got cotton ready to harvest. So like I said, we got all kinds of things we can do. Grass field is still on the first stage there yet, so I'm probably going to wait until we get to the darkened orange stage again, the second stage there. As far as I know, that still gives us a little bit better yield of grass. Again, emphasis here, as far as I know, that does not apply to other crops, as some people seem to suggest. I believe that only applies to grass. Oh, wrong button. Okay, you not going to fill either? Okay, I was thinking maybe it was a problem with the sprayer, but, oh yeah, I'm not even getting a trigger here. Come on, where's the trigger? Oh, maybe it only works on the other side. Oh, start filling. Yeah, no, I don't want fertilizer, though. I don't know if that's what it was going to give me or not, but I don't want fertilizer. Okay, let's see what's here. This one gives me the fill option here. So if you notice, R to start filling, but it never does anything. So, and I just left it parked there. I didn't bother doing anything with it. I just assumed maybe something was bugged out with the sprayer. But, yeah, I wonder, something else may be going on here. Let's, we don't have any interesting or weird error messages, do we? I don't really see nothing. Again, we have the fill trigger. It is not filling. What in the world? Come on now, Giants. What did you break? Actually, you know what? That is actually a good question. I just happened to think of something here. You know, Giants, I believe, released an update here a couple days ago. I'm not sure really what they changed. I checked back when the update occurred. They did not have a change log, and I haven't thought to check again to see if they noted what they changed on. Can we fill up with fertilizer? Yeah, the fertilizer works. The fertilizer doesn't even work. Okay, then. Well, that poses a problem, does it not? Guess we can keep on fertilizing here, so let me just rehire him. Seeing as how I will not be back apparently anytime soon with any spray for that field. Interesting. Well, everyone, I guess I'll have to come back to that problem because I don't know what's causing that, and that was not my plan of having to deal with that here this episode. You know, it did not occur to me we'd be having problems filling our sprayers from the silos there. Okay, where's my chopper? That's right. Put the chopper in here, didn't I? Get the chopper out here. And we're going to work on chopping some corn here. Actually, you know what? I probably should get the cotton harvester going here first as well. And no, I don't actually plan on using course plate just yet here. We'll probably do most of this ourselves yet. And also, before I get started on that, why don't I get the cotton harvesters going here as well? Let's get them fired up. There we go. Yeah, it's case. You know, it takes 2 tries to get this started, right? Hopefully the cotton price has gone up here as well. I didn't actually check that yet. I would have to assume at this point it should have, but I guess you never know. There we go. Call that good. Okay. And then we'll grab the other harvester here as well. Actually, I wonder, does Courseplay have the option to run multiple combines? Actually, yeah, well, let's see, we'll switch to that. Yeah, working multiple tools. We could. So we could actually run both combines same spot if you wanted to. I'll have to maybe try that in the future. For now, I'm just going to throw the hired worker on it. Easier that way. Not like you really need to have Courseplay doing a job like this. I mean, the hired worker does just fine, so... Might be kind of fun in the future here, though, to give that a try. Have both combines basically running next to each other, harvesting the cotton. And just a bit of a drive here down to the center of the field. You know what? I do have a herbicide silo up there as well, don't I? I think that was herbicide. I could try that silo. Maybe we should try that just to see once if maybe there's something wrong with the silo at our main farm, if that particular silo is bugged out. Actually, no, I don't think so, because, I mean, if the liquid fertilizer silo is bugged out and the herbicide silo's bugged out, or is it the sprayers that are bugged and just won't fill? That's actually a good question. I don't know. Have to put some more thought and investigation into that problem there, I guess. Up until now, those refill silos have worked great for everything. Okay, hire the worker again. We'll just leave them to that. They should get the job done. Yes, I know. Saving content. Where did I leave the truck? That is... Oh, you know what? I think I left it in the biogas plant yet, didn't I? Maybe not. There it is. By the biogas plant. That's where I left it. So, as I mentioned a couple episodes back, I'm guessing we probably got about 1.5 million liters of chaff to go in the bunkers here yet. That is still going to take a bit of chopping before we finish that. And once we got enough here, by the way, I just plan on we'll harvest the rest with the combines. I don't actually plan on doing any more. Actually, you know what? To be a little more realistic here, we probably should drive behind it. I don't know if we can do that or not here with the hired worker. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, if we stay really tight behind him, that should work. Yeah, I still like how the cab there just lifts up. And apparently we're going a little bit faster than the combine. Let's slow that down. 5 miles an hour, really? I guess I do need some maintenance on the truck here, don't I? Wow. Halfway on the maintenance. Halfway on the maintenance, and we'll only have 5 hours on it. 5 bloody hours, and we already need maintenance. Oh my goodness. Come on, Giants. Really? Chopper actually probably... Actually, I don't think it... I thought we checked that. I don't think the chopper let us do maintenance on it yet. Mind you, I can take it to the shop and do maintenance, I'm sure. But just from the in-game menu, it will not let me do maintenance yet. That's probably what's slowing us down here, if I had to guess at this point. Which is actually kind of annoying, because then it makes it a little bit harder to match the speed here with the GPS. Yeah, 6 is definitely quite clearly too fast, isn't it? And 5 is just a little bit too slow. And as I mentioned before, when it says 5 miles per hour, keep in mind this isn't actually 5 miles per hour here. This is kilometers per hour being transferred over to whatever the closest miles per hour is. So again, that's why with like 6 miles per hour, you actually have 2 cruise control settings. You got like a low 6 miles an hour, and you got a high 6 miles per hour. And again, the reason for that is in the back end, it's actually still doing kilometers yet. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're crossing over from one field to the next. I guess we didn't really smooth that out the greatest, did we? Interesting. Never noticed that before. And we're almost full as well here. Oh, that pipe is really throwing it. My goodness. Oh, there we go. We are full. And to the biogas plant we go then. Let's see. I think pretty much everything else should be all taken care of here then at this point. Again, if we could fill the sprayers, that's kind of what we need to do. But, yeah, I can't quite manage that, can we, somehow? Weird. Don't believe I've really activated any additional mods on my save game here, so I don't think that would have broken anything. You know, actually, I think I'm going to pull on that end. Dump a couple more loads over there. So the only thing I can think of that would have broken anything would be Giant's latest update. And, I mean, we all know how Giants is with their updates, so who knows? I wonder if they finally fixed that sound bug yet. There we go. Be nice if I could get up in the middle there as well, but I don't think I'm going to be able to manage that with this truck. Oh, and to answer the question here, obviously I've been asking in the past why it takes so long for the rear door on this to close. Apparently this is not a continuous belt on this trailer here. I guess you really can't see it under here, can you? Yeah, it doesn't really visually show it, does it? But yeah, from what people are saying, with this particular trailer, the reason it takes so long for the tailgate to close down, this belt that's on the bottom here, it's belt unload. So when you go to unload this trailer, the belt slowly turns, you know, basically rolling the material off the back of the trailer. But this belt apparently is not continuous, meaning it's not one long belt. The belt portion is just what we can see here, and then I don't know what it's made out of underneath here, but yeah, it's just not one continuously rolling belt. You know, I would assume that'd be just the way they would make that, just, you know, one continuously rolling belt. But as I said, apparently, I guess that's not how they do it. Oh, let's see if we got a screenshot here. For those who are wondering how it's done, that is how you do it. I know I've showed that before in the... Oh, come on now. In the video on how to enable developer mode, which again, that gives you the option for flying and hiding the HUDs and all kinds of good stuff like that. Again, if you don't have developer mode enabled, you really should enable that because it really comes in handy. Especially when you're looking at objects underneath the map. And, of course, once we're to the end here, then we can just ride along next to the chopper. I wonder which way he's going to turn. That's a good question. Oh, we got a silo over here that will handle herbicide as well, don't we? That's right. I sold the liquid fertilizer one that was over here. Let's see. What's he going to turn? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And it looks like he is going to the right. Okay. And by the way, again, here, everyone, probably expect to see the next, probably next episode or 2, maybe 3 or so, dealing with, actually, probably, yeah, for sure, probably be the next 3 episodes here dealing with silage. We'll have the next episode, we'll probably do some more chopping. Hopefully, maybe by then we'll have the bunker full, and then we'll transition into dealing with the said bunker, compacting it, leveling it, all the fun stuff that goes into that. And then maybe in the future as well, I'll break out course play, and we'll get course play maybe to fill up the second bunker here as well. We'll see once. But for this time around, at least, I don't plan on doing that. We'll just do some chopping here ourselves. I'm not exactly sure how well at this point course play would be able to unload into that bunker as well, given how we've loaded it. And actually, I didn't check. I wonder, does course play still have... why horseplay no work? Why is horseplay no work? That's actually a good question. We broke it already. Weird. Oh well. I was just going to check and see if horseplay still has the leveling and compacting mode yet. I'm assuming it does, but that definitely will come in handy in the future there when we want to start compacting and leveling bunkers. Now, the process of leveling a bunker isn't too bad. The process of compacting, though, can be a little repetitive at times. You know, just driving back and forth, repeatedly. Yeah, it gets a little boring. Anyway, we'll read a few comments here in a moment. Niles was saying a loader was available as a factory option for the John Deere 7030 series tractors when they were new. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess the mod we have, though, does not offer a loader option. Kind of too bad. Again, talking about probably the Glen Isla map there. Looking to probably get into a little bit of forestry. I was rather hoping the John Deere 7930, I believe it is we have, would offer a loader option, but apparently it does not. Gonna make it a little more work there to get into forestry, I guess, because we're gonna have to invest into some sort of loading option there. Okay, we'll see if we can just pack that right in there. There we go, another load there. Could probably get another load next to it yet. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you can see that belt is rolling back, I guess. Though it kind of looks like in the game here, maybe it is continuous. I'm not sure. I can't tell the difference here, between this portion of the belt and when it's like rolled all the way back. It all looks the same to me. Let's just check here. Cotton harvesters. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to plow this field when we're done too, aren't we? Yep, they're still going yet. That's only hired workers I have going at the moment, I guess, isn't it? Because fertilizing he's done. Actually, how much did he miss? Oh, need to turn this one off. Whoa, hired worker. Wow. Bravo, bravo. He didn't miss anything. Wow, I'm gonna about fall out of my chair on that one. I mean, that's how in the world did the hired worker not miss anything? That is impossible. Some sort of witchery going on there, if you ask me. Let's see. JC Gaming was saying, I've got 2 ideas for your competition. First, lengthen the fields, the ones you have all the equipment on. And I have thought about that, yes. Just at the moment, I think the equipment's kind of in the way for that. Hold your horses there, Chopper. We got to turn around yet. Then he was also saying, second, choose the highest paying crops. Oats don't pay so well. Actually, I think oats pay quite a bit better now since the most recent... Actually, I guess I can't say the most recent update. The previous most recent update here. I think they've definitely bumped up the price for oats. So again, they're obviously not the highest paying crop, but they pay quite well. He was suggesting soybeans and canola usually pay the best. Also, silage pays really good as well, but takes a lot of time. So crops are easier and faster. I think owning the whole map should be part of the challenge, and 300 logs as well. I'm not sure if the map will actually support that many or not. The forest area doesn't look that large, but there probably is 300 there. He was also saying maybe you should do 2 pens of each animal just to make it more challenging for both. And he was saying good luck. Thank you very much for that. The only thing with 2 pens, and I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to 2, 3 pens of horses. They're not really that hard to take care of. But when you get into the cows and the pigs, those pens can hold a fair number of cows and pigs, which is kind of interesting. I mean, when you think about it, a cow and a horse, they're about the same size. So how many cows can a cow pen hold here? Again, animal pens for cows. Large cow pasture can hold 200 cows. 200 cows in that, whereas the horse paddock can hold 16. I mean, think about it. Cows, horses, they're roughly about the same size. The one can hold 200, the other one can hold 16. So yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous if you ask me. Let's see, Aiden was saying another challenge. Should you have to pay off your debts? That would actually probably be a pretty good one to add to it. I guess we're actually chopping the other half of the field this time, aren't we? Because last time around we went the other way. Now we're going... what direction would this be? West? No, not west. This would be south. And if you're wondering how the directions work on the map here, by the way, especially when it comes to course play, you kind of need to pay attention to your directions a little more. Starting straight up, go straight up on the map here, top of the screen is north on the map. Not necessarily the direction if we face. The direction we're facing here. Get this right here. Yeah, so it would be, no, it'd be like this, right? Get my orientation right here. Yes, so we're like that. So the direction we're facing now is north. To your right-hand side of the screen is east. Bottom of the screen is south. Left-hand side of the screen is west. So northeast, southwest. So again, it becomes kind of important with course play to make sure you know your directions on the map. So again, the top is always north. Ooh, good, full again. Bottom of the map is always south. And then, of course, right and left. Right is east. Left is west. Let's see. Thomas McConsell himself was commenting and saying, me put a rubbish green header on a Kloss combine. Combine refuses to work with inferior implements. Well, I do believe the Kloss header is green, so that must be the one he's talking about there. Because at least on our combine, we put the superior header on there. That, of course, being the John Deere header there. Somebody did suggest, by the way, on the Kloss combine, it is possible the reason the header does not work, it is because the horsepower requirements are too high for that header versus what the combine can provide. And that is very well possible. I'm not sure on that. I haven't really looked into that. Although, I mean, it's only an 8-row header. It doesn't seem like that could be that big of a problem, but you never know, I guess. I'd rather like to back up the pile and see if I can get this up in the back there, but doesn't look like that's going to happen, does it? Nope, doesn't look like it's going to happen. Okay. Oh, we're going to make that turn? No. Let's see. Nolan was saying a John Deere with a chisel plow caught up with a classless combine. Oh, what a surprise. Should have bought a John Deere. Karma. Yeah, that's what you get for buying a class, I guess. Should have bought the John Deere. Would have got the job done right away. Again, talking about the challenge map there, by the way. Isaiah was saying, cool video. Thank you very much for that. GJ Vlogs was asking, what are the rules for the challenge? Rules for the challenge, I think we're pretty much making them up as we go here. The one rule we did set here so far was no overly OP equipment. So, you know, obviously, I would say, you know, using stuff like auto-loading bale trailers is probably okay. We'll have to maybe confirm what Thomas's thoughts are on that. So, obviously, equipment like that is OP. But let's be realistic here. Who wants to manually load bales in this game with Giant's awesome physics? I'm waiting for any takers here. I'm not hearing anybody. Oh my, looks like Jeffrey started a large conversation as to what's the proper side of the road here. Which, again, as I've said before, the right-hand side, it's quite simple. The right-hand side of the road is the right-hand side of the road. It's very simple. So, you know, again, if you're confused by this, the right-hand side of the road is the right-hand side of the road. Anyway, Jeffrey was saying, but what about the right side of the road is on the left side of the road? I'm going to confuse myself here. Yes, Jeffrey, I think, because that doesn't seem to quite make sense. The right side of the road is the left side of the road. I can make some pretty good political jokes there, but we'll refrain from doing that. Thomas Moconso was saying, but the left side is the proper side, and the right side is not the right side of the road. But if the right side is not the right side, how come the right side says it is the right side of the road? Cam was saying, I don't know what side of the road to drive on in Fellsbrunn. I think with Fellsbrunn, you'd probably have to first figure out where that particular map is from, which I believe, I forget exactly where that was again, but... The easiest way, there should be traffic on that map, and then you just, whatever side the traffic is on would be the right side. Again, right side. Andy was saying, oh yes, this is the what I was mentioning here a few moments ago. He was saying the header might be too big for the combine horsepower. I figured that out just messing with equipment on my test map. Underpowered Kloss combine. Should have figured. Dabajaw was saying you should ditch the keyboard steer mod. Okay, as many of the features in keyboard steer I do not appreciate and downright dislike. There is one I really do like, and the reason I still keep it around, and that is the fact it does offer the option for locking the steering. Which, I forget, there was a comment here someone left quite a while back here, a few episodes when we were chopping the last time around. But someone was saying, doesn't that make it a little boring? I mean, you're just sitting there watching the truck go down the field, not having to do anything. To which I reply, exactly, that's my point. Exactly how I like it. I just sit here and watch as the driver here. Are you not going? There we go. Well, the driver in this case being me, I guess. Drives in a nice straight line, and I don't have to do anything. I just sit back and watch it go. There we go. And we're full. Now, I guess it's all going to depend on what your idea of having fun in the game is, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. Pretty much what it comes down to with your choice of mods, equipment you want to use as well. How realistic you want to play. Basically, everything in this game pretty much comes down to that. Oh, Persia, stop work unexpectedly. Boy, that's probably our chopper, isn't it? Yeah, if anybody has any ideas as to why the chopper quits, I'd love to hear some good ones here, because, wow. You know, as some of you have pointed out, well, maybe it's because the hired worker is too far away. That is potentially possible, yes. Except I think it's worth noting I have been, you know, far away from the hired worker before, and he hasn't quit. So I don't really see that as being the reason. Oh yeah, this is going to get fun filling up this last little bit. My thought process here is back down this, but boy. Might take some driving skills. Uh, 13 Dixie Fried was saying possibly the reason the Claas Combine is struggling is because of the dips along the field. You could try smoothing them out and see what happens. Yes, we could try that. Though when I plowed the fields together, I didn't really notice anything. I'll have to maybe take a better look at that because that could definitely be the reason there. Although it is interesting, you know, the hired worker cannot do the job, but as soon as I get in the combine, turn it on, it goes just fine. No problems. And, you know, it's kind of the same problem we had, for those of you who remember back when we were working on, what were the numbers here? 14, 15, 16, and 17 there. We'd sometimes have that with like the fertilizing tractor and spraying tractor where they'd turn around there and they just couldn't quite make it. But then you get in the tractor yourself and like there's nothing wrong. You just go just fine. So it's kind of like the same type of thing there if you ask me. Anyway, everyone, look at the timer. It looks like it is time to wrap it up for... Oh, really? Seriously? Come on, hired worker. Yeah, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.